Well, hello, I'm Deborah Johnson, and I'm going to do a little short video today. I hope you follow along with me this whole time on why I wrote all of my books, so far at least. And I'm going to start with my most recent, because some people ask, why in the world are you writing another book? You've got another one coming out. And this one, Stop Circling. I wrote this book because I found there were so many people that were still circling in their roundabout. They couldn't get out, especially after the shutdowns. And I had just developed another keynote speech all about getting out of a roundabout and calling upon the hero inside. So I felt this book was an important one to put out in the steps to get out of a roundabout. And I've developed a whole system to be able to do that. So it was great fun. And the one right before that was The Summit. I love this little book. You need to check this out, definitely. It has a lot of little illustrations inside it. It's an allegory, which is a story within a story. And the whole point of it is for Mallory, who her name means ill-fated. And she goes on this journey, and she's really trying to find herself and develop confidence so she could actually even climb her summit. And the whole theme of a roundabout actually began in this book because it's in a couple of the areas, especially when she gets into the social media circus. So it was a great book, fun book to write. And I plan on writing a sequel to that. That will hopefully be my next book that I write. Another one I wrote is Women at Halftime. And of course, this is the title also of my podcast, Women at Halftime. And in this book, I go through the steps on getting to Hero Mountain and the cables of success. It goes through mindsets, skills, competency, relationships, habits, and purpose. And I cover all of that. It has a big application guide in it as well. Yes, and there's another book called Bad Code. So why in the world did I write Bad Code? I wrote a song as well with this, which is a great fun, a song. But this book I wrote because I faced my big website being hacked. And it took a great deal of work and to be able to kind of come out of that. It was a mess. I had a lot of bad code and malware. And I thought, there's a lot of principles that apply mentally as well as virtually. I started doing a little research. I did a lot of interviews in this book. And I go through the decades of code from our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way through our decades of life as well. And some of the issues that we face. It's a wonderful little book, very creative, and a lot of fun. I had to do a lot of research for that one. It was fun. And now this was the very first book I wrote, and I'm going to talk about another one in just a minute because it's a little different theme. Stuck is not a four-letter word. And I wrote this book. I interviewed people really from all around the world, all different sort of companies, and emphases. I interviewed some Grammy winners in music, but I really wanted to know how they got unstuck. And it's called Stuck is Not a Four-Letter Word, 7 Steps to Getting Unstuck. And I created a whole online program with this as well, a whole online training, which is really wonderful. It has a number of videos to it, like 42, I think I created, but it's a wonderful online program, a lot of application. And it was really my entering into doing more speaking as well as doing more music in my life, which I had done all my full life. So this is a great little book. It was my very, very first. I do have another book that I've written, and this one I don't usually promote too much, but it's a wonderful little book. It's Music for Kids. It's my really only music on this sort of subject that I've written, when to start piano lessons. And the reason I wrote this was because I've been asked hundreds and hundreds of times, when should I start my kid on piano lessons, and oh, I have such a genius, and they're 3, and so I've answered this question so many times. I thought I would write the book, and I'm giving you a lot of my reasons for the age to start and how to start, even if they're younger than age 8 or 9. So that's a little book. So this is kind of a summation of a lot of the books that I've written and why I wrote them. And I'm not done yet. I hope I will have a number of more books in me, but I just really wanted to kind of put this out because these make such great gifts. And there are certain books that I can provide that I can even mail out as personalized and signed. And so I've kind of made that available recently. You'll have to look on my website, but you can see that link right in this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this, a little behind the scenes on why I wrote these books. And it's good for me to ask too, because why I write each book, is this a book that needs to be produced? Is it a book that I need to put out for people to read? And so every single one has had a very strong reason for being produced. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you take advantage. You can buy all of the books. You can get them anywhere, a number of different versions from Audible to ebooks and different versions on Amazon, of course. But also I do mail a certain number out that are personalized because I've created a way to be able to order some of my products as personalized and signed just for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll look forward to being with you again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.